definitely provided us with some amazing racing for the last 2 days, and there were some epic battles that took place on the track. To start off the day for Heat Race 1, throughout the entire race, Pastrana's race line was perfect, and it showed how great the track was coming in today. But of course, the real battles in the first heat was between Pastrana and Kevin Hansen. After 3 laps, both were 1 and 2, and of course, they both moved to the finals, with Hansen about 5 seconds behind Pastrana, while everyone else moves to the semis. In Heat Race 2, right from the launch, Scott Speed took the lead with Andreas Bakkerud moving up for a Subaru 1-2 out of the hairpin. During the first lap, 3 cars took the Yokohama Tire Joker lane as the battle for first started to take place. What we saw from the first 2 heat races is that ERX is all about rhythm. And since Subaru has had track time here, they are showing why they are successful on the dirt, as Speed and Bakkerud take 1 and 2 and move to the finals, with Bakkerud less than 1 second behind Speed. Everyone else once again moves to the semis. In semi-final race 1, Steve Arpin takes the lead into the hairpin, while Tanner Faust, who was on the second row, moved to P2. Then Faust over-rotated and spun himself around at the top of the hill, which in return resulted him going straight into the Joker lane. He was able to close the gap down during lap 3, with his best time being 55.22 seconds. Then Faust made another mistake in the hairpin, which made the fight for P2 an epic battle going into the final lap. Bigham and Faust battled all the way back to the checkered flag, with Bigham taking P2 and Faust moving to the last chance qualifier. But after a call was made, Bigham was penalized 5 seconds, which moved Faust into P2 and Bigham to the LCQ race. In the second semifinal race, the battle for first was between Hansen and McConnell, with McConnell only 0.875 seconds behind going into the final lap. Hansen and McConnell ended up 1 and 2 and head into the final battle of the day. A lot of drama happened during the LCQ, as we saw many cars take a huge jump right from the start to shake a few things up going into the first lap. Some drivers ended their day with a DNF in the first few laps, including Cabot Bigham, who destroyed his car during the race but was able to walk away. Going into the final 6-lap battle for the supercars of the weekend here at ERX, Scott Speed and Kevin Hansen made it out of the hairpin for a P1 and P2. Travis Pastrana was able to move up to P2 going into lap 3 right behind his teammate Speed. Going into the last lap of the supercar final, Pastrana was closing the gap on Speed but couldn't close it enough. We saw all of Subaru's hard work pay off this weekend, as Speed came out on top here at ERX. Pastrana took second and Kevin Hansen took third. In the NRX next final battle of the weekend, there was contact right from the start. The battle for first was between Martin Enlund and George McGinnis, but John Holcher wasn't far behind. Throughout the first few laps, the top 3 changed positions, which ended up with Holcher having problems that also ended his day. Sage Karam, who turned around in the first lap of turn 1, came back from P7 to P1 by the last few laps and was victorious in the end. George McGinnis was second, and rounding out the top 3 was Martin Enlund. The final 10 side-by-sides made their way into the last race of the weekend after some amazing battles. Tanner Faust came out on top as your winner, followed by Brian Deegan in second, and Scotty Lawrence rounded out the podium in third. It was a great weekend of racing here in Elk River, Minnesota. See you guys in a month for round 3 in Phoenix, Arizona.